I'm your host, Masante Bay. I know I'm late. I know. I'm gonna get to the Baker Mayfield game, but let me get this out of the way as far as Browns Saints. I'm gonna make it real quick. As I said, over a year ago, when they cut Cody Parkey in favor of Zane Gonzalez, I said, why? Why did you do that? That's incredibly stupid. I know Cody Parkey had his troubles in the Miami game that cost us the game, and we wanted to string him up. But afterwards, he settled down. Okay, and I think he only missed 2 or 3 more kicks the rest of the year. So he was fine. You handed him one of the most important roles on the team, which is the field goal kicking job. And he was, 15 for 20? But the 5 that he missed were some of the biggest kicks that season, in the 2017 season. And he cost them games. And I knew he would do that. And I told people in the freaking, in the Browns chat room, I said that was incredibly dumb. I was like, he's going to cost you games. They didn't want to believe me. So then when this year rolled around, and I found out that he had won the kicking job, I'm like, why? What is he showing to say, oh, okay, let's go with him? Like, are you incredibly stupid? Are you stupid upon stupid? And sure enough, he cost you 2 games. He cost you the Steelers game, and I know people say, well, the kick was blocked. Yeah, it was kicked. The kick was blocked because it was kicked too low. So it was easy for the Steelers to block it. So there was one loss, well, a tie rather. And then against the Saints, he left 8 points out there on the field. Now, but let's talk about the Saints game. But you know what? I was so glad they got rid of him. I knew once he missed the game tying kick, I knew then it was over for him. I mean, you can go on the bench and hide your face and everything all you want to, probably because you knew right then and there you had kicked yourself out of the NFL. But man, you cost him that game. Now, when it comes to the Saints game, you had them beat. You had the Saints beat with Tyrod slow eyes, can't read a defense Taylor. You had them beat. You had them beat. And as much as I want to blame Cody Parkey for this game, as much as I can blame Cody Parkey for this game, I have to put some of it on Todd Haley. Why are you not running the ball with 5 minutes left? Tyrod Taylor winds up making a stupid mistake that a lot of stupid quarterbacks do. They throw the game-losing interception. And that's exactly what he did. Instead of seeing, oh my God, the guy's covered, let me just at least take the sack and force them to go the length of the field to try to give my defense a fighting chance. Nope, that's not what he did. He threw it up for grabs and it got picked on the short field in Browns territory with Drew Brees surging. All you needed was momentum, and that's what he got. So the Browns lost that game. But overall, I have to give it to Tyrod Taylor. At least he did fight back. That pass to Antonio Callaway was gorgeous. People are saying that he didn't mean to throw it to Callaway. Well, whether he meant to or not, I'm glad Callaway caught it. And he caught it in stride beautifully. Beautifully. And it also went to show, it also goes to show, because I want you to understand, Tyrod Taylor threw that ball as far as he could. His arm is incredibly weak. I don't know if you've all seen that or not. You saw it in the Steelers game with him trying to throw deep in inclement weather, and people were like, oh, well, you know, that's just because it's rainy and windy. No, I mean, it has some effect, but then you saw it again on Thursday Night Football early in the game when he was trying to go deep and against the Jets, and I'm going to talk about that one when I get home. This now while I'm not up to date with the videos was because same day that passed with this game was my birthday. So I saw some of the game. I saw the first half I didn't see a lot of the third or the fourth quarter, but I did see how the game ended within the last 3 minutes. All right, I did see that much. So, and when Antonio Callaway caught that touchdown pass, I was jumping up and down and screaming for joy because I thought for sure that the Browns were going to get their first win against a powerhouse in New Orleans. Because let's not be fooled, New Orleans is a powerhouse. In week 1, they were caught. In week 2, when they went up against the Browns, all right, understand the Browns have a championship defense. They have a championship caliber defense, and they should have won that game. But they didn't win the game because offensively they didn't score no points and they couldn't hold on to the lead again, Zane Gonzalez. But now, if you take it back to my review on the Browns-Steelers game, I said that late in the third, they should have put in Baker Mayfield to spark the team, to spark the offense. Of course, that didn't happen. And people were like, oh, you're crazy. I'm like, no, I'm not. Because if you would have put him in, you were already down 21-7. Nobody was really expecting you to win that game outside of Cleveland, as far as the players. If you would have put him in and it would have gave you a spark and you came back and won the game, okay, that's it. Baker Mayfield's your starter. But if you would have put him in and he wouldn't have won that game and you would have lost, we were just trying to help the kid get some experience. And that's what he got. You could have went either way with it. All right, but I knew that eventually Tyrod Taylor would get hurt and Mayfield would see some action because he's a crappy thrower. He doesn't know how to throw that football on a consistent basis. So he runs around a lot. He takes a lot of sacks because he's slow-eyed. So I knew he was going to get hit and pummeled. And that's exactly what happened. I'm getting ahead of myself with these games. But had you put Baker Mayfield in then against the Steelers, and he'd have done what he'd done, or at least been confident enough to show that he could move the offense, then you would have had him start against the Saints, and you would have won that game because you definitely would have had a fighting chance. But that's not what happened. But that is so not what happened, and I'm almost where I am, and I cannot wait to talk about the Browns versus Jets game. Goodness gracious me. I have to be at work at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm normally up at 3. I stayed up all freaking day, well, late that night to watch that game. I watched it from start to finish because I knew Baker was coming in. That was beyond a shadow of a doubt a must-win game. Whether Tyrod Taylor was hurt or not, I knew a change was going to happen. You could feel it. Everybody could feel it. They knew. That's why that stadium, Cleveland Stadium, was packed Thursday night. It was a make-or-break half. First half for Tyrod Taylor. At any rate, things worked out the way they did. I cannot wait. Oh, I swear I can't wait to talk about it. Yeah, but the pass that he threw to Antonio Callaway, that was as far as he could throw it. Jets game that he couldn't get the ball deep. It was getting knocked down and batted down before the receivers had a chance to catch it. So